Guys, welcome to the From A2B Podcast, where every topic's fair game. So let's sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. So I'm Aaron, I'm the owner of Evolve, and this is my brother
Ben. I am a professional wrestler.
He likes to say. I'm
I
kidding. So yeah, we're starting up our own podcast here, pretty much to just talk shite really. But the main aspect is for us to talk about our own journeys, what we do, and just pretty much mainly fitness into it that both of us are into.
Aye, so far, aye.
So far.
I know you will delve into loads of other things as well.
Yeah, but aye. So, do you listen to many podcasts? Actually?
Chris Williamson's.
Modern Wisdom.
Yeah, Modern Wisdom. Talk is Jericho, because it's Chris Jericho.
Ah, yeah.
I have listened to other ones as well, but nothing that I listen to consistently to say I want to listen to this podcast all the time.
For me, it's always like the Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. Modern Wisdom as well. Can't get that out. And then James Smith's podcast as well. That's probably...
I've listened to some of his as well before.
But that's like... Listening to podcasts and that, I always just listen to in the car. I think it's just such a good thing to like kill time, learn a bit of things as well, instead of always listening to music or always just watching TikToks and shit. You know, actually, Shits and Gigs is also someone that I don't actually watch the podcast, but I always see it in TikTok and it is dead funny.
I see clips of podcasts all over TikTok all the time, but I don't actually... Sounds pure bad, but I don't actually know what they are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you just listen.
I feel like podcasts are more popular, like on like clippets of it, on TikTok and stuff, and
it's
not
because nobody's got the attention span to sit and watch stuff like this anymore.
It is quite crazy that nowadays the attention span of everyone is so short.
It's because of things like TikTok,
TikTok and Instagram,
but
and all
that's
that.
why that's why we're obviously aiming for the shorter episodes, because
so every one of our episodes will only be 27 minutes long.
Long.
Long. 27 minutes to 30 minutes long. 27 to 30 minutes long.
Main reason, funny. It's funny.
It is funny. But yeah, main reason for that is because it usually takes people 27 minutes to travel from home to work and vice versa. Although some of you might not think that because of traffic, but yeah.
27 minutes wrong.
There will be some wrong subjects in this podcast. But yeah.
Anyway, why don't we talk a wee bit about yourself, Aaron?
Oh, myself?
Yeah, so tell us a bit about Evolve.
And who I am.
And who you are.
So I'm a personal trainer. I own the company Evolve Pro Fitness. And Evolve Pro Fitness Limited. Got to add that limited bit in there, you know.
Do you?
Nah, just sounds cool, doesn't it? Yeah.
You're a mark for yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, pretty much it's a PT business where we're just helping many people as you can get confident within themselves, whether it's weight loss, muscle gain, just mentality, stuff like that. So really help, especially it's usually middle-aged people that going through the midlife crisis, that starting to realise that, you know, they're not getting any younger and it's time to actually start working on yourself and make time for yourself, because everyone's so fixated on work and kids and all that type of stuff that they don't actually make time for themselves. So this is one of the main things we help people, is realising that they can actually make time for themselves and get the results they want and be happy within themselves and feel confident within themselves without strict programs or strict diet plans or anything like that. Like, I never make my clients like tell them what to eat. I just tell them, this is your calories, stay within it, eat what you want type thing, and still actually enjoy life instead of being freaking brutal and making people hate their life to just have a wee bit of a six pack to then lose it again, or just get a picture or whatever, and then that's it.
Having a six pack all year round isn't easy, but some people can do it and they bother.
But that's genetics.
That is completely not genetics. It's got to catch up with me.
Yeah.
You as well. You've always had a six pack as well.
Yeah. But not nowadays, to be fair. I'm up to 80 kilograms now. It's the first time I've actually hit 80 kilograms.
I'm sitting at 89.
89, yeah, there's a big difference there. It's the first time I've hit 80 kilograms, man. I used to weigh, during lockdown, which was
4 years ago.
mad.
I know.
That's nuts. That's actually. I was going to say 2 years ago, but
Yeah, I know.
aye, 4 years ago. I was 51, 52 kilograms
Jesus Christ, that's like my left leg.
when I was
That's like him.
20, 21 years old. Yeah, I was. Aye, but he's a big
Lump.
boy.
He's a lump.
Yeah, Keeson.
This is Kai as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Hello.
A
Hello,
pug.
Kai. Say hello. Hello to the viewers. He's just not even here. He's too tired.
Sorry if you can hear his snoring soon.
They
on
definitely
mic,
can.
actually. Yeah.
And he's sniffling and he's everything else.
There you go. He's just demonstrating for us.
Just like saying hello.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much Evolve, and that's what we do. And yeah, everyone's loving it. We've just done paintballing recently. We always climb up like a hill at the end of the month, like Tintle Hill or Ben Ann. And then we're also get Tough Mudder coming soon, and then got loads of other events in that.
Well,
and
if my ankle gets any better, I will be doing those as well.
Yes, yeah, well, hopefully
But,
it does get better.
Aye. Speaking of my ankle, so
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm a professional wrestler. Yeah.
as he likes to say.
Stop saying that. I'm a professional
That is
wrestler.
a professional
I'm a trainee
wrestler.
professional wrestler. I'm still in training, obviously, and I train at the Glasgow Pro Wrestling
Are you not
Asylum.
always in training, even if you're a full professional?
Technically, aye, but if
Yeah.
you're training at WWE and you're getting paid to train, I wouldn't say that you're a trainee anymore. I'd say that you're
Yeah.
an athlete.
Yeah.
But like that's like saying fucking like Messi is still a trainee because he trains every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
True.
aye, so I'm a trainee professional wrestler at the Glasgow Pro Wrestling Asylum, and I've been training for, when did I start? 2022, April 2022, about 2 years now.
Really, is that how long it was? Jeez.
Aye, and I started wrestling on shows in September of last year in 2023, and since then it's only been 9 months, I think, if that's about, is that right? 3, 5, 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months, and I've been on TV, streamed on Fight TV Plus for ICW multiple times, and
The shows have been good actually.
yeah, I was in my first ever ladder match last weekend, and the day before it, training, I nearly broke my leg, and almost had to pull out, but I ended up
You
getting
have
in.
broke your leg before with training as well, haven't you?
I broke this leg in the exact same area as well. Bottom it on my fibula,
Oh.
snapped it clean in half, then a baseball slide. It was the stupidest thing ever.
Do you know your tibia is your strongest bone in the human body?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it not this one?
What, your femur?
Yeah.
No, it's your tibia. No, when you think about it, what takes the most impact when you land from a jump?
This?
No, because you bend your knee.
Aye. But that doesn't make it the strongest bone in your body.
Yeah, because it takes the most impact.
Your femur's the strongest bone in your body.
No, that's the biggest and the
It's
longest.
the strongest.
It's not bigger than...
It's the hardest bone to break.
How is it the hardest bone to break?
I'm like 99% sure it is the most strongest bone in your body.
I'm sure it's the tibia.
Google it.
Search it.
Yeah, because that's going to annoy me.
No, because...
See if I'm right here.
I seen
I'm
this...
never letting you forget it.
What
Fucking
is
scientist PT are here, and I'm the one proving them wrong.
Yeah, I'm someone that always loves science, so I always like backing things up, but I'm sure... what is the strongest
Bone in the body.
bone in the body? The femur? Yeah, right.
Hey!
Is the longest, heaviest and strongest human bone at the proximal end. Yep.
Unlucky.
What the hell?
I've just shat in your full career. Nobody's signing up for a full career. Nobody wants to work with you.
Well, something I seen is completely wrong then, because... Although I just kind of contradicted myself, because I do usually like to... But I seen this video, and it's apparently where they were talking about like jumping from a certain distance to land in water, and how high would it be before you actually like break a bone type thing. And they were saying like in the video it says the hardest bone to break is the tibia. So then I just like, with the detail of the video and all that type of stuff, and the way the guy was talking about the landing and all that type of stuff, I thought, oh, he's a smart guy, must know what he's talking about. But
It can't be that. It can't. There's no even. Straight away, I'd have questioned that, because you see videos and
it does make sense, because the femur is the biggest bone in the body.
No,
so.
but like you see videos of MMA fighters throwing a kick and their shin hits the other guy's shin, and it just goes. Like it breaks easy.
It also makes sense, but that it could be the tibia, because when you're like the fighters like that kick freaking wooden blocks and shit and they don't break it.
Yeah, no, but that's because they're doing it in training, but if you're throwing everything you've got in behind a kick at an actual fight, and
the Devils throw everything they've got in a fight.
and that's why it snaps.
No, it doesn't. They don't. The person kicking doesn't snap, but they snap the other person, and it could be the.
No, it's 9 times out of 10 it's the guy that throws the kick.
Is it?
I saw a video of a guy doing it in a bare knuckle boxing fight on Fight TV Plus on their Instagram last week.
Watching fights like that. To be fair.
It was freaky, man. It was actually terrifying. I also seen a guy hit like a real life sweet chin music.
Sweet chin music.
I like Shawn Michaels super kick. Because he was like backed up against the wall and he turned round, and because like the way that the ring's set up in a bare knuckle boxing match, it's like an angled wall like this, right round it, like a big circle, and the guy just done this. He turned round and leaned on the wall like this and spun the other way around and kicked him up the way, like that, both, and the guy went fucking flying. It was cool.
Okay, you're disturbing that you're nearly knocking the mic over.
He's fine. He's fine. If he knocks the mic over, that's when I'll get angry. But he's fine.
They get angry. Bye. Okay, well you've put me. Jesus, okay. The devil's going to hear that. Bye. Well you've put me wrong there.
Yeah.
But with your wrestling career, where's it going just now? What's the next move? What's the next plan?
For now, it's trying to get on to ICW as much as humanly possible, because they've got shows throughout the year coming up, and they've got some really big things planned, and I just want to be a part of all it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, down the line, the end goal with wrestling is to get signed by a much bigger company like WWE or AEW or TNA.
Who would you prefer? Yeah, don't say it.
Aye,
what about Raw?
Raw?
Yeah.
Raw is WWE.
Is it? I thought that they were two separate shows.
Raw and SmackDown, they're both WWE.
Ah, okay.
So you get Raw and SmackDown, and you get pay-per-views, but you used to get ECW and all that as well when we watched it, but
right.
you don't get that. Like,
I don't keep up with it anymore, man.
Aye, it's... Nobody really does. I mean, most people's journey with wrestling is like, they loved it when they were a kid.
Yeah.
Got all the action figures, it was amazing, then they hit about 12, 13, then they go, oh, this isn't real. And then they go, oh, that's not fucking cool anymore. And then you grow up, and you either don't come back to it, or you're like me, and you go, I don't care, this is fake, this is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I love this.
It still is cool. Like, one of my favourite, like one of my core memories from wrestling is Jeff Hardy, when he jumped off that freaking like pillar that was like, I don't even know how fucking high it was, but obviously when you're a kid you think it's freaking, it was insanely high anyway, but like he freaking front flipped off it and landed on the guy.
On Randy Orton.
Was it Randy Orton? Aye. Like that's just...
That was just on a random episode of Raw as well. That was the on pay-per-view. Yeah. He has no reason to be doing that on a weekly televised show that nobody's paying money to watch.
It's just nuts.
Jeff was a different breed, man.
Aye, he was actually nuts. But no matter what, like, wrestling's definitely not dying, because every single time I see it, like sometimes it'll pop up on my TikTok because you fucking obviously send me this shit, and as soon as I watch it, I get wrestling all the time.
I'm not even sorry.
But it's always busy. It's mobbed, and you know who's actually doing really well with it? Well, I think it's doing really well. You probably have a better opinion than me. Is Logan Paul?
Yeah, you were going to say that.
Yeah,
I think Logan Paul is very good.
He does all the cool flips and tricks, and then his personality is so out there.
He's a natural born athlete.
And he's
a good entertainer because he knows how to like. He's done YouTube for so long. He knows how to be a media presence. There's a media presence you need to have. Like he can go out and cut a promo better than the majority of their roster at like NXT will be able to, because they're not that used to it. Mm-hmm. Whereas he's been doing like promos and stuff for boxing, and he's been doing videos on YouTube since 2012. Like he's got so much experience in that aspect, and then the fact that he is a natural athlete, he took to it like a duck to water. Yeah,
it's crazy, but because like these guys like YouTubers and all that, the power they have to bring something, like for example with KSI with boxing, Logan Paul with wrestling, them with both of them with Prime and that as well, signing up fucking teams like Barcelona and all that type of stuff.
I know, they've got a massive reach. It's crazy. Like everybody in the world knows who they are and knows what they're up to all the time.
And it's mental having they've got 20 million subscribers. Like
they've got more than that combined.
If
you include all of their things, like all of their accounts.
That's just one thing. Like people like nowadays, like obviously the Sidemen obviously are such a big group, and people are like slating them and stuff like that so much in the aspect of they're talking about like leaving. Like I seen their podcast, and Harry and Ethan both say if they had prime money they would be out the Sidemen, they would leave straight away. I'm like people are hating on them type thing, but they've kind of had their time in that, haven't they?
And it's sad to say, right, but the Sidemen just don't hit the same as they used to, man.
No, definitely not. But also, do you think that's because they're changing or we're changing, or both?
Both.
Yeah.
There's only so much they can do.
Yeah.
And a lot of their stuff, don't get me wrong, they've got much more production value and they do a much more, well, in theory, should be better content, but it's not.
One of my favourite things to watch with Simon is Sidemen Among Us.
Mate,
I fucking love Sidemen Among Us.
I watch Sidemen Among Us all the time.
It's so funny. But it makes me want to play Among Us, but I don't have enough friends for that.
Do you know what's like, mate? I was literally watching it today, and I turned to after go to the gym, and I was thinking that I was like, I wish I had like 8 people to sit and play Among Us.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to sit and play Among Us.
Literally, if I had it the same, because it's shit to play on your phone and that, but if I had it the same setup as Sidemen, I would love to play it, man. It's just, but like things like that are so simple. People just love watching.
I think that's why so many people like watching Among Us. Genuinely, I think a lot of people are in the same boat as us.
Mm-hmm.
I think the majority of the fans that watch like Among Us and stuff are like late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
Guys
and people that watch them.
Folk that watched them in the past that don't have like the time that they would like to spend and play games with their pals.
Yeah.
So they're not getting to play this game themselves, so they're living vicariously through them. And
pretty much.
That's literally what it is.
Because that's it. Me and Mikey went through a spell. So Mikey's my best pal. We went through a spell where during Christmas, I ended up getting like a PlayStation 5 and that, and we ended up playing Warzone again. And it actually was like for a week, but I fucking loved it. I was loved bashing it. But as soon as that Christmas spell was over, I didn't have time again. I was back at work and stuff like that. So, and then the thing is, I could have maybe time to play an hour of COD or whatever game I want to play. But it's not the same when you're not playing with your pals. But it's so hard to get
time to sit and do it.
Time to get everyone together and play with each other.
And then, do you know what always used to happen to me as well? Like towards when I stopped playing. See, when you did have everybody on, somebody's mic would stop working, and you'd be alright. Okay, we need to wait until this happens, and then you'd be alright. Oh, I've just got to go and get food. I'll be back in 5 minutes. It'll take half an hour, and it's just it does my nut, and it ends up getting to like you get online at 7 and you don't get started until like 8:45. And then somebody goes, oh, I'm going for food, so you're like, cool, we'll wait on you. You're waiting for 45 minutes, then it's midnight, and you're like,
you know,
see you later.
So good, and some people are going to disagree with this. See, lockdown, I loved the first lockdown. Was so good because, like, me personally at the time, I didn't have any really like big responsibilities, like big bills and stuff like that to pay for, like a house, a mortgage, and all that. And I was getting bursary money, so I was in a decent position. So I was getting paid to just sit and play the PlayStation with my pals and all that. It wasn't a lot of money, but it paid everything that I needed paid. So then I was in a great position. I love something like that. But that's where I just need to get fucking rich, so I could just just, you know, I see things in TikTok and that all the time where like having things like a golf simulator. Like, imagine just having a man shed out the back with a golf simulator, and then it's just like a man shed so you can play like golf with your pals. There's the PlayStation and all that to play with your pals. There's this one guy, he's get like, it's obviously in America. Kai, go and shut up, Jesus Christ. There's this like full basement, and he's just get like a full massive screen showing whatever they're watching. There's a full cinema, there's a gym, there's like a pool table with the, what do you call them, the screens that hang down. Kai.
What screens that hang down?
Like when you watch them in like if you go to like a
projector
basketball game, and it's got like the 4 screens hanging down.
A Tron.
That Tron, yeah. So like they've got that hanging down like the pool table and stuff, and then they've got like gaming setups, like actual like Formula 1 racing gaming setups. And, I was like, imagine just having that would be so sick.
I know. I see guys on TikTok all the time. They're talking about how they're in Hunter's had credit card debt for like other Lego and other things in their man cave and all that. Like it's literally the same kind of setups as that, and I'm like, you're maybe not like they're clearly knowing credit card debt anyway. They're just making that so that people like me go, I same, mate.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm just putting Lego in my room, and
Yeah.
I can't. I've not got the nice man cave and all that.
Yeah.
But these people say that, and you're like that. You're acting like you're got hundreds of credit card debt, but you're just rich as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not. I'm envious, but I can't really do anything about it because they've worked for it.
Yeah.
But
That's it. Like, all these people have got other stuff. Have obviously worked for it, but you need to work for it, and that's the.
I hate the whole like jealousy thing.
Kai, Jesus Christ, man.
I know. I don't know how that's
Earthquake.
going to sound on
I
the
know
mic,
that's
but
what he's making.
we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Might need to end up redoing this.
Yeah.
Aye. So what was I saying there?
You were saying about it being envious.
Aye. So I try not to be a jealous person when
Yeah.
it comes to money and stuff, but at the same time you need that because
Oh yeah, I definitely think like you need some sort of I don't know if envy is the right word.
I think
Like,
envy
I
is the
think-
right word.
I think you need some sort of want for it, because I think if you're envy of it, then there's a chance of you not being happy no matter if you've got it or not, because there's always going to be someone you're envy of. Whereas if you, for example, like, I feel like envy and jealousy and stuff like that is something that really can take away from your own happiness. And I used to be someone like that. I used to be jealous and envy like everything and anything that I didn't have because I just wanted it, and sometimes people get it easier than what you got it, and that just makes you jealous. But if you do that, then you're just going to take your time and energy away from actually putting the work in to get it anyway.
Yeah.
So now no matter who does what better than me, I'm just like going, nah, well done, because you've obviously worked for it. Even if they've not worked for it, you still need to work to an extent to get some sort of result from it, you know. You know, some people say like, oh, if someone's bought a house, or your parents bought that, but at the end of the day, they're the ones that's still going to have to like pay all the bills and look after the house and all that. It's still work at the end of the day. So, but if you just look at all the negative aspect of it, you're going to be the one that's got the problem. You're going to they're away living their life. No matter how you feel about it, it's not going to change their life. So you need to just fucking move on from it and deal with your own situation. Stop wasting energy in other people's situation. And that's envy is one of the things that really does take away from people. Yeah, obviously you'll have that emotion, you can't control it. You'll see something and envy it, but it's how you react to that that's the way that's going to result in you getting it or not getting it.
Turned into a pure lecture then, man.
Aye, sorry, man. It's part of the job as well.
I know, I was going to say, you went full on PT on me. Yeah. I was like, fucking hell, I'm getting this for free.
Yeah, but it's just, it's hard because you can't always control your emotion aspect of it, but it's always how you react. Reaction is always what's the terminology? Action creates... No.
This is going to be another femur thing.
I'm going to ball it.
Aye.
Doesn't matter. React.
This went on too wrong.
Too wrong. Oh wow.
Aye.
But aye, it's why people that are rich and stuff like that, like most of them. Do you know most people actually become rich from their retirement fund?
Yeah, you've said this before.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like just like most people don't become rich before, but when you see social media and that, you just think everyone's fucking rich but you. Like,
it's
and
because
that's
the content on social media that gets pushed to the top.
Yeah, this is one thing I said to someone as well. Like one of my, who's that saying to? I think it was one of my clients of that, and like this PT like posted a good result of like her pal or whatever, and even though my client's already in great shape, but she'd seen this picture and she said, "Oh, she's doing amazing," and all that type of thing. And I was like, "Yeah, that's you seen like the good side of it. You're sitting there going to see that picture and just all this and think she's freaking smashed it. She's had no problem. She's in the best shape of her life, and it's just that simple." And there's PTs and people, everyone out there that just only share the best parts of it. No one's going to share their shit part because no one wants to see that. No one's actually interested. No one cares. And I'm part of, I think I've said this before, I'm part of the upgraded coach, which is a great, if you ever want to become a PT and build a successful business, get involved in the upgraded coach because they're amazing. But these guys, like it's so good because you're with other PTs, and sometimes like we go on a call every Monday at 9:30, and all the PTs are in it, and everyone just kind of shares. So Chris is going through everything. Chris that owns it, and we just kind of share like what some people will be going through a shit time, some people are going through a really good time, but no matter what, everyone's saying what they're going through. And sometimes if you're going through a shit time, because you might only see good things happening with other PTs, that seeing that someone else is also struggling kind of makes you go, I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it helps you get over
next
it.
week you might be the one that's doing well, and then there's someone else doing shit.
Yeah.
So again, it's always about the reaction.
It's the exact same thing. It works like that with my wrestling as well. Well, I'll have times at training where I've like some, say for example on a Wednesday, we do matches every Wednesday, and Jester comes in and he watches them, like, and he goes, we might run that match in a show, we might change this here or there, it gives you feedback. But I have some times where I'll do a match and it'll be no flawless, he'll still have feedback, but it'll be good, and I'll be really proud of it, and we'll get to the ring and he might go, we might run that in a show, that's really good. Then I'll have a day where we'll be like, aye Ben, you were a wee bit off here, this bit was off, like you could have done this instead of that. And then you'll be like, fuck.
Yeah.
As soon as you say it, like, aye, I could have done better there. Yeah. But then that's all part of the process. It's how you take that on board and take it forward to get better.
Yeah. I always think, like, people always say, like, you always need to, like, lose to learn. But I think it's just always about your reaction to it, because people can lose and learn, but then never react well to it. You know? I was kind of like that when I competed in tennis. Like, I lost a lot. Learned what I'd done wrong, but then I would still react the same way when I lost again, and then that just caused the same cycle over and over again. And that's why I done alright at tennis, but I didn't do well enough to make it pro. And that's one of the reasons why, is because I reacted bad to it. And changing the mindset for that is very, very important. It's not easy, but it's something that you need to do.
Yeah, I feel like that I was like that with everything in my life except from wrestling. Yeah, wrestling's the only thing where I've ever taken something and ran with it, like to the extreme. Yeah, where it's like I'll come home. Well, I used to come home some nights here, like say, especially in my first year, when I still wasn't quite grasping it. I'd come home some nights like, and I'd walk in the door and throw my gym bag in the floor, and I'd walk upstairs green, and I'd be like, "Fuck, why can I not get this? Why can I not do this?" Yeah, and then because I've got that much like passion for it, I'd go back the next week and I would not stop. Yeah. Until I got it right. Like then there's a thing we do at wrestling, it's called a shoulder roll. So if you roll on your right shoulder, you're supposed to come up facing the opposite way. Exactly the same with your left shoulder, right? Right. So if I done a shoulder roll facing that way, I'm supposed to get up facing that way. Yeah. And it's so fucking frustrating when you first start doing it, because there's just a wee trick where you tuck your leg and your full body twists, and I couldn't do them for so long. Yeah. And it was always like every single time we do rolls at the start of every single session, right? Right. And Jester was like that, right, forward, backwards, right, left, and every single time Jester would go, straighten the shoulder ropes up, Ben, and I'd be like, I know. And then one day I just went in and it was like, it clicked, because you're just doing it so much. It's repetitive on the side of it. But that's the thing, it's just that willingness to keep going rather than going, fuck this, I can't do it.
It's one of those things where, for example, when people start work, a new job, say you start a new job, you're nervous as fuck and you don't know what's happening, and you just you show up every day because you have to, because you need to make money. And at the end of the day, if you're there for a year, you then become an expert in that, and then you end up teaching the next generation that comes into it, the next people who come into it.
That's a good way of looking at it. I've never thought about that. Like, needing to do it rather than
needing to do it. Like that's kind of one mindset that me and Mikey had going to the gym, even though I've kind of been slacking, but it's you wake up to go to work no matter what. So why can't you wake up to go to the gym no matter what? Or why can't you wake up to go a run no matter what? Or like anything that you need to do but you procrastinate it. Like, how is it you can go show up to work and work for someone else and make their life come a success, but you can't do it for yourself? And that's the difference, literally. The people that usually you're working for that are making a shit ton of money, they're the ones that can wake up and go do the things that need done but not procrastinate it, in the aspect of getting it done straight away, no matter if they want to do it or not. And that's generally the biggest difference between someone that makes it and someone that doesn't.
Well, I think that was a very positive note to end on, to be honest, because that sounds like about half an hour now. Yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. That was just a wee introduction to our lives and a wee bit of a rant about other things. That
Yeah, I know. And Kai snoring.
Aye, yeah, and an introduction to the dog snoring. Aye,
Yeah,
so
we'll make sure he's here. Not here next episode.
you've stuttered so much.
I know
tonight,
I've
mate.
done so bad. But yeah, thanks for listening to the From A2B podcast, guys. And yeah, give us a follow, give us a like, and hope to see you next week.
Cheers. See you later.
Take care.